Once the Arduino setup is complete, you can move on to coding the Arduino. So the first thing that must be declared is that the code type being used, or the code library being used, is liquid crystal. So it's liquid crystal because LCD actually stands for liquid crystal display, and that's why you must use this code library. After that, you can declare that liquid crystal is LCD. So that's just making a shorter name for liquid crystal so that when you refer to it later in the code, for example here, you don't have to write liquid crystal, but you can instead write just LCD. And then after that, you have to declare which pins the liquid crystal display is attached to. So those are 12, 11, 5, 4, 3, 2. So as you can see here, those are the same pins that the LCD is attached to on the Arduino. So 12, 11, 5, 4, 3, 2. So that's how the Arduino knows how to communicate with the LCD. Then afterwards you have to say that the temperature pin equals 0, and that's just because the temperature pin is attached to analog 0 of the Arduino. So then the Arduino knows how to communicate with the temperature sensor. So when that's complete, you can move on to the setup. So the setup, the first thing you must include in the setup is lcd.begin 16,2, and that's just because the LCD screen is a 16 by 2 character LCD. Afterwards, you have to say that serial.begin is 9600, and that's because you're taking serial monitor readings, so you have to tell the Arduino when to start recording. So after that's complete, you can move on to the void, or the void loop. So the first thing you have to write here is reading equals analog read temp pin. So that's just telling the serial monitor to take recordings from the temperature sensor, so the temp pin. After that, you can include these calculations which convert the temperature sensor readings to from voltage to degrees Celsius. So as I wrote here in the comments, convert the reading to voltage. So that's what these two lines of code are doing. And then after that, print out the voltage onto the serial monitor. So serial.print voltage and serial print in volts. So that's just gonna make it simpler if you have the unit after the number. And then print out the temperature on the serial monitor. So float cell. So cell is just the name that I chose to communicate Celsius, just because it's quite short and easy to remember. So here are some more calculations which convert the voltage into degrees Celsius. And then after that, I included the unit again just to make it simple. So that's, yeah. After that, the next thing I included in the loop was printing temperature on the LCD. So lcd.print temperature, lcd.set cursor 0,1. So that's just telling the LCD to set the cursor right at the start, print the text temperature with a colon at the end, and then on the row below, I told the LCD to print the reading from the serial monitor. So remember when I said that cell equals the reading in degrees Celsius? So in the code here, I told the LCD screen to write whatever reading it gets from the serial monitor in degrees Celsius onto the screen. And after that, I included this shortcut here, which is actually a shortcut for the degrees Celsius symbol, so the tiny little circle and the big C. And then I made a delay of 5,000 because I just want the person who's looking at the LCD to be able to see it for long enough, and then lcd.clear to clear the message. So after that, we can move on to printing the message about the temperature. So you don't have to do this because it's not necessary, but I just added it in as something fun. So if cell is less than 0, LCD.print it's chilly. So an if statement just says that if this, whatever condition this is correct, the LCD will, or the Arduino will do whatever is written in this statement. So yeah, if the temperature is less than 0, it's going to say it's chilly. And then in contrast, if the temperature is above 0, the LCD will print it's warm. So that's just something fun to include. And then I made a delay of 2000 so it doesn't stay for too long, and then LCD.clear just to clear it again. So after that, this is also something you don't have to do, I just added it in. But LCD.print refreshing, delay 500, and then dot, dot, dot. So I just added this in to show that the LCD is refreshing itself and it is taking new temperature readings all the time. So instead of just the text disappearing and coming back again, the refreshing, when it says refreshing, it tells the user that it is constantly updating the temperature. Okay, so if you'd like to copy this code, I will include it in the description below. So now let's see what happens when we actually start the simulation. So when we click Start Simulation, first what needs to be done is the potentiometer needs to be turned up. And then you can see that the temperature is chilly, and then it refreshes itself, and then it tells you the temperature again, it tells you it's cold, and then it's refreshing itself. So that's just going to keep continuing to happen because it's a loop. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned a lot. Bye!